Okay, cool. So in this video, we're gonna see how to add new organization in our existing network, right? So we have already seen setting up our network and installing Chaincode as well. Now we're gonna see how to add third organization. Initially, we have two organizations in our compose file, right? If you check our compose file, we can check Docker compose. There is a network.sh we have here, right? Which is Docker compose files from compose, and there are multiple Docker and other Docker YAML files as well. So we can check if you check any file called testnet. You can see here services is nothing but the containers. There is peer 0, org1, org2. We can see only two organizations here, right? So this is my default setup. That's what we use. So our use case is what is trying to demonstrate today here. We have network setup ready with two organization. Now we will add third organization in my running network. The network is in my running state, so I'll onboard the new third organization. So that is something very important use case for our project. Okay, so now let's try to do that. So here, let me go to the readme file. The steps will be similar. Now previously we used to do called my channel, and then they will join that channel as well. They, in the sense, the organization 1 and organization 2. So what we gonna do, we will first up our network. That's what we usually do. And then after that, once my network is up successfully, then I'll add a new organization. So in meantime, I'll show you what exactly we are following here. Let me zoom in a little bit more for much better clarity and visual. So in my sidebar, I'll show you the, if we go inside test network itself, there is one folder called add org3. So this is what we're gonna use for our adding organization. So you can see here add org. So there are scripts, it's already mentioned. There is one readme file as well. So if you check readme file, they have mentioned what commands you have to use to add the organization. Yes, I can see so many containers. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see all the containers. So see, checking container is a very key important task. This will give us confidence and clarity. Is our setup going in the right direction or not? So see, you can see peer 0 org1, peer 0 org2, then orderer, then couch db1. This is for peer 0, for org2, and couch db0 is for org1. And then I can see ca org2 and ca orderer and ca org1. We use a flag ca -ca and then couch db. So this is the certificate authority which got spin up with that. So when and how this certificate authority is coming into picture, that we gonna see in later stage. But as of now, understand certificate authority is something which is managing the certificates and outside world access with respect to my peers. Okay, so that is something as of now you need to know. Now what we need to do, we need to switch to the another terminal. Let me just clear my terminal. So this is my whole terminal itself. I have changed the directory to add org3. I just went into add org3. Here I need to run some commands. So let me check my readme. So these commands already there in our repo in readme file, you can check. So first we have mentioned here some keynotes. If you want to add a new organization, you have to do cd add org3, and then here we have to grab this command to run our network. Now let's see what happens. Okay, sometime happens. Cool. Now organization 3 creation got started. You can see network compose default created, container org3. Yeah. Now I can see the logs. It's creating. Good, good, good. Now first they'll create org3, create artifacts, generate the artifacts, and then join the channel. So all things have happened properly. Now first immediately checks our Docker container again. Let's do Docker ps-a, and now see our Docker containers. Cool. Now I can see peer 0 org3 is there, couch db4 I can see, and then ca org3 also I can see. Perfectly fine. This is what I'm expecting. These 3 new containers we spin up. You can see 23 seconds ago, 24 seconds ago, we got new 3 containers. So each organization is connected with 3 containers. Okay. This is CA, CouchDB, and organization. This comes in a single entity or single organization. Okay, so this is now we can check the logs as well if you go and check the log. So previously also we have did the same thing, sudo docker logs, then we have to paste our container ID, check the logs. Cool, I can see gossip stream, all those things. Okay, cool, there is no error, all looks good. Now what is our important task is we onboarded the organization 3 in our channel, but now important is to install Chaincode as well, right? So what I did, previously we used to deploy Chaincode on only 2 organization, right, in default setup. So before moving ahead, just one quick thing with respect to adding organization. So most important is please go through these scripts, very important, add org3.sh, where it will give understanding what exactly happening. See, we have these 3 commands, up, down, generate. So we did add organization up with -ca and couchdb flag, right? So what exactly it's doing, they will trigger this add organization function, and uh, they'll do a lot of operations. They'll first generate the cryptogens, then let me show you here. So please go through the scripts. This is very important. Got it, this one. If you read this particular function, you'll going to understand what exactly happening. They'll check the artifacts if this is network already created, if network is up, if network is not up, they'll generate the cryptogens, peers, all those stuff, good stuff, right? And then they will define the that organization, and they'll join that organization as well. So we can check here in organizations, there is a peer organization, read the folders here. So I don't have permission to look into it directly here, but if you go inside sudo mode and if you do ls over here, you can see all the 3 folders inside peer organizations. Okay, so now let's move to our Chaincode deployment, right? You know that this is again for testing purpose. I want to make sure that our infra is not breaking after adding the new organization as well. So what we need to do when we deploy Chaincode, first we are actually triggering deployCC script over here. So let's move to the inside test network. There is a folder called scripts. Inside scripts there is a folder called deployCC. For reference, I have kept the old one. So if I show you the old deployCC is deploy Chaincode. So just a quick observation. I know it's little technical, but you don't need to understand it completely. So see, just from the observation point of view, we can see that I can see the scripts only for install Chaincode on peer 0 org1 or peer 0 org2. There is nothing called org3. And again, this is for 1.1. And then with respect to policies, right, endorsement policy and approvals, recommitness, it's only for org1 MSP and org2 MSP, right? So this is a strict script. Actually, these all things we can do from CLI container or from terminal as well. But to optimize our process and to speed up the things, we have generated the scripts, that the Hyperledger community itself generated the scripts in a proper way. So we need to update this if we are adding new organization. That's what I'm trying to show here. And this is a long script with one and using organization 1 and organization 2, but I made your life easy with updated this script with respect to organization 3 as well. I've added the things which needs to be there. Let's say when we are talking about policy, we need to approve the policy one by one. Here we are taking approvals from all the org1 org2 org1 org2 org1 org2, then later we are taking approvals from org1 org2 org3, like that, right? So that's how what we are doing here one by one. Cool. So now it's time to install our Chaincode, correct? So I've updated the script, so feel free to look into the scripts as well. So there is a few steps involved in deployment of Chaincode. That's what I already mentioned in the previous video, that what we called as Chaincode lifecycle. First we have to package the Chaincode, then install the Chaincode, right? Then we have to approve the Chaincode, then we have to check commit the readiness. Check commit readiness will be there, so which will be again the part of approval itself. Will check their readiness, is it ready or not. Once it's approved, we'll commit that particular Chaincode, and then we'll invoke that Chaincode. Okay, so these are the 3 steps. Sorry, these are the few steps with respect to Chaincode lifecycle. That's what we're gonna do over here. Now let's do that. Everything is up and running, so Let's grab our script again. Where is the command to install? This is my same command. There is no change in deployment script of Chaincode. It will be same. Now let's go up. Let's wait for to create the cool. It will take a few seconds. Yeah, I can see few things are coming up. Cool. Now you can see this is important part. We have already did the lifecycle query installed part. It's got triggered, and then checking the approval part. This is pretty important one. Okay, it's taking the policies. Cool. True, false. Perfect. So it's reached organization 3 as well. Everything is getting true. Nice. Now here we are talking about readiness. Yeah, hitting the transaction. Perfect. Now this is almost done. Chain code definition got approved and then query committed as well. Okay, cool. Perfect. So everything is fine, I think. Now we all good. Uh our chain code, my chain code name is test chain code on channel my channel with version 1.0 and sequence as 1. So sequence and version is also something which is very important. That again we'll look in some other video the importance of this, but please remember that we have chain code name. My channel is the common layer where we have deployed chain code, all the organization inside my channel itself, and these are the approvals we got. Org1 MSP is membership service provider, which is represented for Org1, Org2, and Org3. Now again we have to do same jobs. We have to check our Docker containers. Now we have here should we have more 3 containers. Why more 3 containers? Because each chain code is going to deploy on each organization. They have their own ledger in the sense their own couchdb is nothing but the ledger storage. So this is, you can see, I have dev0 peer0 org1 example.com test chain code, and 1.0 is my version, and here is my hash of that particular blockchain particular chain code. So this is what I can see now. Org1, org3. Perfect. I can see 3 containers over running here perfectly fine, which is bring just 50 ago. Cool. So now we have everything up and running properly. So now it's we need to check how to invoke these chain codes and all those things. We're gonna see that in our next video. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment.